Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing something slightly different today. Okay, well, it's not very different, but I don't mind beating a dead horse. I'm going to do a tarot unboxing and review for a set that I wanted for a very, very, very long time. And I know a lot of the tarot masters out there already have this set because why the hell wouldn't you? But I was the person who was watching everybody's unboxings, drooling over this particular deck. So I know that there's a few other people out there. There has to be other people out there that obviously are wanting this deck, so I'm gonna have to tell you all about it. Right, okay. Anyway, so of course, now knowing that I'm beating a dead horse, you know that the deck that I'm going to show you is Boo, the Wild Unknown Tarot. Let's get a little closer. Ooh, pretty. Look at that, watercolor and pen and ink. So that's primarily what this deck is made of. Made up of artistic wise. I'll show you the sides. And a barcode in case you want to steal this particular set from me. Just kidding. I will not let you. Okay, so here's the back of the deck. It says the Wild Unknown Tarot, and it gives you a spread idea if you want to do that. So my set is the second edition. It's a complete 78 card deck illustrated by the illustrious Kim Kranz. It includes a major and minor arcana and fold out starter guide. The Wild Unknown at www.thewild. Well, there's a dot there, but yeah, thewildunknown.com. Copyright 2015 by Kim Kranz of The Wild Unknown. So now you know this is not a pirated deck, peeps. Actually, I have no idea how you would pirate a deck. That is a ridiculous notion, and that's why you're watching this video, because it's full of craziness, all good in the hood, right? So what I like about this deck is, if I'm not mistaken, it was created in Oregon. There's a bird in my house. There's two birds, and they're going to be talking, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this was done by an artist from Portland. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's from Portland. So since I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump up the waterway here, yeah, I'm like, I know everybody from Portland. So actually, I don't really know that many people at all anywhere. But okay, anyway, I'm done with my humor. I'm just kidding. I'm not. So I'm gonna open this now so you can see how the packaging looks. There's a a bookmarker there to help you get the deck out. Boom. So the first thing you see, let's actually start with the very first thing you see. The inside of the box. Welcome to the Wild Unknown Tarot. You'll find no wrongs or rights inside this box, only mirrors for reflection. Open your mind, draw a card, and have fun on your journey. And it's got that really pretty watercolor style. And then, so there's a book that comes with this. This deck is $40, which is a little bit higher than I generally pay for divination tools. Actually, that's not true either. Shopaholic, just kidding. But anyway, so there's also a book that's $20 more. I'm gonna go pick it up eventually, but I did not have the cash at the time because I was about to go to an SCA fair, and I needed to save, and I'm glad I did. But anyway, alright. The next part. So the Wild Unknown Tarot comes with this little pamphlet, fold out pamphlet. Here's the back of the pamphlet. Oh, it says some stuff in upside down. Find more guidance in the Wild Unknown Tarot Guidebook. So that's the book I was talking about. This is only the beginning. Infinity Sign. So in this, it tells you about the major arcana. Oh yes, this is good to know. If you're like, what am I gonna, am I just gonna get cards? Is there gonna be nothing? No guidance? You do get a little bit in this. Okay, so you get how she intends this to be. So it tells you about her major arcana, and then it tells you what they are and what they mean for this particular deck, and then it shows you small little preview pictures on the top and bottom of that. On this side it says what her major arcana are, which is important because most decks switch it up. We all know that. It gives you some spread ideas, a card a day, past, present, future, and Celtic cross spread, which if I'm not mistaken is the spread on the back. No, it is not. So the spread on the back you're going to learn more about if you buy the book, which if I get, I will make a book. I'll make a book and a video about it, apparently. Okay, so I'm sure you guessed it, the next things you're going to find in this pamphlet are the wands, the cups, the swords, the pentacles. But that's not all. That's not all at all, folks. There is more on the back. There is a little. I'm sure this is a wand. Let's see. I just got this, guys, so give me a break. Is this a wand? This is not. This is the. Oh, it is. The Three of Wands. So it's like a sort of a poster. As you can see, it's some really nice pen and ink work. It's on a very, like, thick paper. Okay, and this is one thing which you're going to find out in just a second that when I opened it, I was, like, irate about, actually, but I've grown to love. So I'll tell you about it in a second. So first we use this, we're going to, oh, I didn't do it right, so never mind. I'm going to take the cards out, but before I show you those, I'll show you that the inside of the packaging has the pentacles, the swords, the wands, and the cups. So that's pretty cool, right? So this is the thing that annoyed me, because it's pretty expensive for a deck, in my opinion. How should I phrase this better? I'm not rolling in the cash. So that's what I mean when I'm saying it's expensive. Not that it's not worth the price, because it definitely is worth the price. But for me, it's a little steep for my allotted amount of spending money. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to be offensive, so that's not what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, so it's a little more, it's more of a deck that I would have to save for. I was really intoxicated when I bought this deck, so I kind of just jumped on it. But anyway, so the thing that I was kind of like, what about, is that it's on paper stock. So the cards that I've owned up until this deck have been on a glossified, how do I describe it? They've been on a glossy, I'm going to show you the difference, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, which I'm sure you would if I just damn well described it, but I'm just not so good at that. So here's another set that I have. As you can see, this is on a glossy paper. So the reason why this makes me stressed out is because if you're at a tea shop and you're reading and you accidentally get like your finger wet, I mean, these cards might be a little damaged. I don't know. So I was like, ah. I still would have bought it had I known, but it was just something that I was not expecting. I thought that they were glossy cards when I saw them. So this is not glossed at all. This is just paper stock. Kind of like the thickness of note cards, I would say. So I'm going to go through and just show you what the cards look like. So this is the Father of Cups. By the way, like I said, I grew to love the fact that it was on paper stock, but you just need to really have clean, dry hands when you're using this deck, so you do not destroy this, because a lot of it is black and white pen and ink with a little bit of watercolor in it, and you don't want to destroy this deck, right? If it does cost a little bit more than cheaper decks, it's kind of more of a premier deck because everybody wants to own this deck as well. Yeah, so do you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. That makes sense. But anyway, so I'm going to show you each of the cards so you can see. I thought this was very interesting that it had the father, mother, sister, and brother of each suit, if I'm not mistaken. How am I going to do this? I'm learning. We're doing this together, guys. Okay, so here's the next one. Ooh, the Emperor. I love this next card, guys. The Hierophant. Beautiful. The Lovers. Bright and beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous art. Boom. I think that's the Seven of Cups. It is the Seven of Cups. It's upside down. Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. This is not a deck that you would want to trim down. Three of Swords. Justice. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Ah, the Ten of Wands. That's one thing about tarot is you will definitely learn the fucking Roman numerals. Daughter of Wands. Son of Wands. Mother of Wands. Lots of snakes. Snakes and owls in this deck. Lots of lions. Father of Wands. Dang, there's so many more, and I've committed to this. I've committed, children. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Ooh, strength. I actually haven't seen all these cards, so we're doing this together, guys. The World. It's going to be Two of Pentacles. Looks like a very sad card. We've got the Devil. Black Phillip wants you to live deliciously. I had to count, guys. I'm not good at Roman numerals. With a Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. The Daughter of Pentacles. I love the font. Mother of Cups. Six of Wands. Six of Cups. As above, so below, or is it not? Nine of Wands. I think that's nine, but I'm not going to sit and count them all right now. I'm learning, guys. Learning. This is like the fourth time I've opened this deck. Fifth. But I didn't really get a chance to go through all the cards because, like I said, I went to an SCA event, and so I just scrambled them up and used them a few times. So I didn't really go through everything yet. Two of Wands. Gorgeous. This art is like changing my life right now. Three of Wands. Five of Wands. One going through the bullseyes. Four of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. The rat. I do not like rats. Four of Swords. The little lamb. Oh, look at the Daughter of Cups. Son of Cups. I've got dog hair because I have a Dog of Cups. Just kidding. We've got the Seven of Wands. Ooh, gorgeous. This is my year card, guys. The Chariot. This probably would be better if I angled the camera down, but my editing software is on my computer that crashed, so I can't edit this. Five of Wands. So just try to do a direct upload. Alright, halfway through the deck. And Seven of Broke. Ooh, look at those cups. That's really cool. Never mind, I would have paid $90 for this. $90. Even though I'm afraid if I do this, if I do these cards somewhere, I'm gonna like destroy them. They're so beautiful. I mean, I kind of like the aesthetic of the fact that they are on the cardstock. I really love that, but it's scary. It's scary for me to not destroy these guys. The Moon. Guess what the next one is? The Sun. Daughters of Swords. Got a triple L on there. What's weird is I pulled this card up like 4 different times in my maybe 5 readings, and I have shuffled the High Priestess. Oh, another good thing about this, look, I have really short fingers, and I can freaking shuffle this deck. That's another thing though, shuffling the deck. I'm so charming, you guys. My personality is just great. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for it. Okay, so sarcasm. But yeah, anyway, shuffling the deck, you don't want to bend it. You're gonna have to like do the tarot shuffle. Oof, gorgeous. Father of Pentacles. I love it. The Fool's a Duckling. That's the first time I've seen that card. I'm loving it. The Magician. 10 cups, guys. 10 cups. Son of Pentacles. Mother of Pentacles. Oh my god. This reminds me of a Duran Gray album cover. That's what this one would be. Father of Swords, Mother of Swords. Judgment. Get close to the end, guys. Son of Swords. The Hanged Man. I love it. Death. Temperance. The Tower. For this deck, I do not feel the reversals being even needed to be used. But I'll have to get the book and see what Miss Kranz thinks about reversals. I just have the feeling like I'm not going to read them. The last two is the Empress. Boom, 8 of Swords with a beautiful monarch butterfly. Okay. So, if we stack the deck, I'm going to show you the thickness of how thick it is. You can see how thick the cardstock is. Okay, so this is about how thick it is. It's pretty girthy deck. And I just love how he set that little thing in there. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so yeah, you just package that back up really neatly, and it looks really good. So let's talk about how I feel about the deck now that I've actually physically gone through all the cards with you, even. I am very, very impressed with the artwork. As a connoisseur of pen and ink, actually, I do draw a lot with pen and ink, and I know that a lot of the techniques she's using is not the easiest. It's so impressive. It's easily one of the most beautiful decks I've ever seen. Um, it really resonates with me a lot. When I first picked it up, I started using it the first 5 times, like I said, and I've used it. It has given me utter life and everything. Oh, there's a dog down there. And just every time I've used it, it's given me what I wanted out of it. I'm utterly shocked at it. Let me clarify one more time. When I was saying the price, I don't want to get everyone to be very angry with this and that. I'm only saying that for cardstock, I am very afraid to use it when if I go to a coffee shop and read for somebody, or if I'm at a party and I read for somebody, because I do a lot of divination at the end of rituals, and there's, people drink at the end of rituals, and it's like, I have to be very, very mindful of the cards themselves because of the cardstock. But I do like, actually, I hated it when I first opened it. I was like, what is this? Why is this cardstock like this? But then I was like in love with it. And actually, consequently, right after that, I was utterly in love with it. And so, yeah, I would rate the deck a 10 out of 10. Maybe a 9.5 out of 10, because I wish there was an option to where you could buy it with glossy, because I would keep this set and I would buy the glossy one to use so I don't make mistakes with it, because I don't want to buy another one. But it is gorgeous and I would recommend it to everybody. I'm so happy that I bought it. I was so drunk and I just like, I'm gonna get this finally. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I showed my friends and they were shocked. We looked at a few of the cards together. But now that I've seen them all, I mean, it just vibes well with me. I think that I'm gonna use this deck a lot. It's very usable. And I can't wait to get the book. So I hope that you enjoyed my opinions of the deck. Let me know if you have this deck and how you use it, if you think that it's cool. I've just done some basic spreads with it and my own types of spreads, and I just think that it's very pleasing. Very visually pleasing, and like the messages I feel like that I've been getting from this deck are some of my favorite from any of the decks that I've ever owned. Alright guys, this has been 23 minutes exactly, so I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to cut you off. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will be doing more of them, and I love you. Goodbye.